Straight away start. So it's been an established fact that retail investors, people who are individuals or people with lesser capital, they are usually the last ones to enter any kind of an investment market, whether it is the equity market or the real estate market. It's been proven over a long period of time, and they generally enter the market when there is a lot of marketing noise, and that noise actually kind of diminishes or dims the voice of sanity and rational. And I can safely say today that all those retail investors who made investments in under construction projects in last 1.5 years in Gurgaon, in particular on Dwarka Expressway and also on the SPR, if they have done those investments with weakly capitalized builders, then they have taken huge risk, and the prices at which those projects have been sold, the growth there is in mathematical improbability as of today. And that is the fate of retail investors, because retail investors are hardly able to utilize the first mover advantage, and they mostly end up with trying to be smart rather than trying to be first. And that would be the premises of today's discussion. We'll move on. And so today I'm going to talk about two projects. We'll discuss two projects in the investment ticket of 35 to 55 lakhs. एक रेजिडेंशियल हाई राइज बिल्डिंग का प्रोजेक्ट है जिसका नाम है क्यूबिक्स, और दूसरा जो है वो रेजिडेंशियल प्लॉटेड प्रोजेक्ट है बाय द नेम ऑफ ट्यूलिप सिटी, एंड द लाइसेंस ऑफ द प्लॉटेड प्रोजेक्ट इज अंडर द दीनदयाल जन आवास योजना स्कीम. दोनों प्रोजेक्ट जनरल एरिया धारुएड़ा में लोकेटेड है, लगभग 25 किलोमीटर फ्रॉम गुड़गांव एस्ट्राइड द नेशनल हाईवे 48. दैट्स द बेसिक structure of the projects and the discussion we are going to move on today. अब चैलेंज यहाँ पर आपको क्या आएगा इन प्रोजेक्ट के बारे में जब आप विचार करने लगेंगे, सोचने लगेंगे, या if you consider these projects fit enough for your investments or for your consideration. First, you will not find any external validation as of today. So I can say that you have a first mover advantage है, 2 से 3 साल का first mover advantage है. अभी इस एरिया इन लोकेशंस के बारे में बहुत ज़्यादा लोग बात नहीं कर रहे, तो आपको यहाँ पर अभी इन्वेस्ट करके स्मार्ट टफ और बहुत सारे लोग पसंद करें वो वाला वैलिडेशन नहीं मिलेगा, खासकर ऐसे लोग जिनके ओपिनियन की आप बहुत परवाह करते हैं, उन लोगों से शायद आपको नहीं मिलेगा. प्लस बोथ द बिल्डर्स व्हिच आई मेंशन्ड, क्यूबिक्स एज वेल एज ट्यूलिप, दे आर नॉट एग्जैक्टली वेरी वेल नोन बिल्डर्स. तो आपको बहुत बार ये भी सुनने को मिल सकता है कि यार किन बिल्डर्स के साथ फंस गए. सेकेंडली, क्योंकि ये लोकेशन अब धीरे 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 बढ़ने लगेगी, ग्रोथ आने लगेगी, तो आपको अगले 3 से 5 साल यहाँ पर लिक्विडिटी का चैलेंज रहेगा. देयर इज गोइंग टू बी अ लिक्विडिटी रिस्क इन दीज लोकेशंस. So next 3 to 5 years, you'll have to at least have an minimum horizon of being there in those projects for, I would be safe and say 5 years. तो उस वक्त में खासकर ये लगेगा, आपको लगेगा कि प्राइस बढ़ नहीं रहा है, जबकि फैक्ट क्या है, with every sale which happens, शुरू में it would be a drop by drop sale and then a trickle, and then more people will start moving in. So with every sale which happens, the supply at the present price point is getting reduced and the demand is increasing every day. So आपको शुरू में अपना प्राइस बढ़ता हुआ नहीं लगेगा, लिक्विडिटी रुकी रहेगी, एंड यू विल फील कि यार ये मैंने गलत डिसीजन ले लिया. These are the two mental challenges you will face when you look at these projects or these locations, I mean broadly speaking, towards this area. Then मूविंग ऑन टू द प्रोजेक्ट एनालिसिस, लीगल एंड टेक्निकल स्टैंड पॉइंट की अगर आज बात करते हैं, लीगल एंड टेक्निकली बोथ दी प्रोजेक्ट्स आर रेडी. एक जो हाई राइज वाला है क्यूबिक्स, वो तो पूरी तरह से रेडी है, 100% कंस्ट्रक्शन इज कंप्लीटेड, दे हैव ऑब्टेन्ड ऑल देयर डॉक्यूमेंट्री पेपर वर्क, पोस्ट कंप्लीशन डॉक्यूमेंटेशन उनका कंप्लीट हो चुका है. सो दे हैव द एंटायर ऑक्यूपेशन सर्टिफिकेट और कोई बिजली विभाग के ड्यूज एटसेट्रा एटसेट्रा. So there is no legal, technical, I mean, there is no marketable challenges. The projects are complete. जो दूसरा प्रोजेक्ट है ट्यूलिप का, ट्यूलिप वाले प्रोजेक्ट में भी दे आर गोइंग टू ऑब्टेन द ऑक्यूपेशन सर्टिफिकेट फॉर द प्लॉटेड प्रोजेक्ट इन नेक्स्ट अबाउट 3 odd months. 3 महीने में उनको भी ऑक्यूपेशन सर्टिफिकेट आ जाएगा. So technically, I would say, legally, I would say the projects are 10 on 10. There is as such no delivery risk. There is no default risk. They pass the scrutiny of delivery and marketability. वो चीजें इन दोनों प्रोजेक्ट्स में सॉल्व होती है. उस तरह का रिस्क या उस तरह की परेशानी किसी इन्वेस्टर को इन दोनों प्रोजेक्ट्स में नहीं उठाना पड़ेगा. Both the projects are approved for bank funding from all the leading banks, be it SBI, be it HDFC, be it any bank. So for plotted as well as for the high rise. So that way the projects are safe, they are developed, and they have all the necessary documentary government approvals in place. आगे अगर आप बात करते हैं लोकेशन, इन पर्टिकुलर लोकेशन धारुएड़ा की, तो धारुएड़ा मानेसर के बाद का पहला टाउन है जो one would say is the spillover of Gurgaon. It's literally connected, I mean linearly connected, or rather it's astride NH48 around 22 से 25 किलोमीटर from Gurgaon and 17 to 18 kilometers from Manesar. Now it's a semi-urban kind of a upcoming place, and you know the shoots of new economy in the form of malls, a private university by the Munjals, that's also there, and there is a 5-star property by Fortune. आसपास में एक दो और properties. So it's kind of a semi-urban sprawl which is coming up. I would say ये वहाँ पर है जहाँ आज से लगभग 20, 22, 25 साल पहले गुड़गांव के आउटस्कर्ट या वो वाले एरियाज आते थे. दैट इज वेयर धारुएड़ा इज एज ऑफ टुडे. आज उस जगह पर है धारुएड़ा. और अगर मैं कहूँ कि अगले 20 साल में the expected growth or the expected development would be, our analysis says, in approximately 7,000 acres I mean around 70 odd residential sectors should come in Dharuheda, or rather to say 70 odd master plan sectors, various use and forms, residential, institutional, and commercial, etc. और जिसमें कि 70,000 से 1 लाख dwelling units आएंगी next 20 odd years में. So I would say it's about time when people will start looking at this particular location. So location wise, it's a very, very promising upcoming location. Road network existing है और आने वाले टाइम में रोड नेटवर्क बेटर होता जाए. अब बिल्डर्स की बात करें, अगर इन दोनों बिल्डर्स की बात करें, तो ट्यूलिप इज वन ऑफ द फ्यू बिल्डर्स जिसने अभी तक अपने बायर्स को बहुत ज्यादा कोई शिकायत का मौका नहीं दिया है. दे हैव बीन कंसिस्टेंट इन द डिलीवरीज. इवन विदाउट रेरा दे वर कंसिस्टेंट इन द डिलीवरीज. सो दे आर वन ऑफ द ऑनेस्ट बिजनेस पीपल इन द इंडस्ट्री, एंड दे आर वन ऑफ द रेयर बिल्डर्स जो प्लॉट्स पे, कमर्शियल में, इन सब में भी कैश डीलिंग्स नहीं करते हैं. सो दे आर 100% ऑल चेक काइंड ऑफ पीपल, एंड दैट increases one's confidence when dealing with this builder. Additionally, Cubics का ये पहला प्रोजेक्ट है, बट बिल्डर ने अपने ही पैसे से इस प्रोजेक्ट को बनाया है. We have done our ground surveys, and in terms of the build quality, which is the material used as well as the workmanship done, I would say it's at par with some of the marquee names like गोदरेज एंड टाटाज, एंड उनके हिसाब से इन्होंने कंस्ट्रक्शन किया, बिकॉज बिल्डर को बहुत पहले ये आइडिया हो गया था कि इसे बनाकर बेचना पड़ेगा. सो देयर विल बी अ लॉट ऑफ स्क्रूटनी बाय द बायर्स विल परचेज सिंस द प्रोजेक्ट वुड बी कंप्लीटेड. सो द प्रोजेक्ट हैज अ गुड कंस्ट्रक्शन क्वालिटी टू इट, and as I had already said that paperwork is already complete. So with that as a background, I can say that builders are good and the projects are good. Now we'll have, पहले मैं आपको कुछ ट्यूलिप सिटी का बहुत बेसिक सा डिटेल्स दे देता हूँ. ये प्लॉटेड प्रोजेक्ट है, तो इसमें एज सच कुछ बहुत ज़्यादा डिटेल्स होती भी नहीं है, बट लेआउट एक्सेट्रा 14 एकड़ का प्रोजेक्ट एंड दोस काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स, वी कैन हैव अ लुक एट दोस एस्पेक्ट्स हियर. So this is a basic brochure about Tulip City, located in Dharuheda, the revenue estate of Dharuheda. It is a plotted development under दीनदयाल जनआवास योजना। बाकी ये इश्तिहार है, लोकेशन एडवांटेजेस, रेलवे स्टेशन, दिस इज द रेवाड़ी रेलवे स्टेशन, NH 48 is at a 5 minutes drive, Bhiwadi का industrial hub is at a 5 minutes drive, etc. etc. Then this is the basic layout. रोड से 14 एकड़ के आसपास का ये 14 point something acre is the total layout of this project. 3 महीने में इसका possession है. This is the location map. So this project is actually located, ये अगर आप देखेंगे बीच में से जो जा रहा है ये NH 8 है। NH 8 के बाद में अंदर एक रोड आता है which is this is the अलवर एक्सप्रेसवे और the अलवर बाईपास, और उससे आगे आते हैं यहाँ पर धारुएड़ा का बस स्टैंड है, उसके पीछे की तरफ जाके ये प्रोजेक्ट है which is a part of the initial sectors of धारुएड़ा master plan. So this particular project is, there is nothing much in terms of to be able to show here in the sense कि because plotted project में there we don't have much to say वहाँ क्या है कैसे, इसका प्राइस लिस्ट मैं आपसे डिस्कस कर लेता हूँ. The present price being offered by builder for Deen Dayal Janavas Yojana वाले प्लॉट जो हैं, it's 35,000 rupees per square yard, which includes the EDC and the IDC. If there is any PLC of a corner plot or a broad road facing, that is additional. And loans are available from HDFC, I think up till 75% of the property cost or up till 80% of the property cost. That's what for a 15-year tenure. So loans are available on a 100% white payment of 35,000 rupees per square yard. So that's the valuation at which HDFC also agrees to give us 75% loan for this particular project. Moving on, the second project is Cubics. Cubics के हम numbers कुछ देखते हैं. Cubics का, these are the actual site pictures. These are the actual inside the, this is one of the project. This is the actual project picture. And the project is ready, as you can see. ये उनका one of the sample flats है. This is one view from the swimming pool. This particular project is approximately 2.4 kilometers from the National Highway 8. Once you take a left while going towards Jaipur for Bhiwadi, it's on the road which connects Bhiwadi and Dharuhera to National Highway. So these are the actual pictures from the project. 70 odd families have already moved in this project, and this is the brochure. Again, a lot of advertisement. So there are 2-3 sizes. The 2 bedroom is 1300 square feet. 3 bed, there's a 2 plus kind of a configuration which is 1375, and then there is a 3 bedroom of 1600 square feet. The carpet area is pretty good. Builder has not done an unnecessary loading in the project in terms of the carpet area, and the smaller size carpet area is 950 square feet. The next size carpet area is around 1000 square feet for a 1375 square feet this thing super area. So that works out to around 72% efficiency, which is a fairly good efficiency. You'll not find that with a lot of builders. And the prices for 2 bedroom average is around 35 lakhs, and for 3 bedroom average is around 42, 43 lakhs. So lump sum after paying for registry, stamp duties, etc., you can add another 5 lakhs towards the incidentals of woodwork and other things. And these prices include car parking and club membership and power backup and the development EDC, IDC, as well as the electricity charge or the electricity meter charge. So this is where it becomes a very compelling value buy, wherein almost you're getting it at less than the present production cost. And I'll explain that. So I'll now go to the numbers of these projects as to where we stand in terms of the numbers. And I have done some very rough calculations. These are some very rough calculations, and we can have a look at them and see how it works. So let's say I have done this for a 2 bedroom for cubics, and then we'll move on to the other one, which is the plotted development. So a 2 bedroom is costing around 35 lakh rupees for in cubics. You add 5 lakhs towards the incidentals of stamp duty, registration, getting some woodwork done, getting the apartment ready for being put on rent or self usage. And in this, your own investment would be around 8 odd lakhs, and you can raise a loan of around 32 lakhs. So your EMIs would work out to around 30,000 rupees a month for a 20-year tenure. Rent would be around 7,000 rupees, which is presently, all those who have rented it out, they are able to realize this amount. Tax saving of around 3,500 and a net EMI of around 19,500. That is what it works out in case someone is taking a loan. Now, as per our calculation, if you have taken a loan for a 20 years, then over a period of over a period tenure of the loan for 20 years at rate of interest of around 7%, your interest outgo would be around 27.5 lakhs. And if there is a capital gain of 12% compounded in this property over the 20-year period, then your end price should be around 3.37 CR or 337 lakhs. And the rental returns average starting from today over a period of next 20 years should be around 42 lakhs, which will be realized by property owner. So the total is approximately 379 lakhs is what we expect an owner to get at least by having made an investment in this property with complete safety as the project is ready today. So overall, a return of around 3.79 crores over a period of next 20 years. This is our estimation for this particular project, which is Cubics. So if I calculate it based on the own money and the interest, the own money and interest would be around 35.5 lakh rupees. So return in absolute terms, if I take it, if the own money and the interest is taken away from the absolute term return, then the absolute term return over a 20-year period is expected to be around 3.43 crores by this investment at a compounding of 12% towards the capital and a 6% rental return over a period of next 20 odd years. And in terms of own investment, the complete percentage return is around 967%. And the compounded annual return on own money, that's the 8 lakh rupees own investment, is approximately 21% compounded over a 20-year period. So that's a calculation on the, I would say that's at least what we expect an investor to get out of this particular investment transaction. On the higher side, हाँ अगर 15% का compounded return आ गया तो the picture becomes even better, but I'll not discuss that because there is no point कितना better हो जाता है. I would rather have a discussion only around that this is what I feel is going to be their minimum for this particular investment. When we talk about Tulip City, उसमें rentals नहीं मिलेंगे because it's a plotted development, but the gain there is not just to be calculated in terms of the capital gain. Capital gain definitely would be there. अगर 12% कैपिटल गेन भी होता है तो 45 लाख का प्लॉट लगभग 4.25 करोड़ के आसपास 20 साल में हो जाएगा. बट व्हाट इज इंपॉर्टेंट इज the FAR which is available under the Deen Dayal Jan Awas Yojana scheme, which as of today is 2.68 times of the total available land area. In the event of population increase and density increase, etc., I would assume that the FAR would go high. बट अगर ये FAR नहीं भी बढ़ता है, इतना भी FAR रहता है, तो FAR मतलब आप इसमें अगर कंस्ट्रक्शन करते हैं तो कंस्ट्रक्शन करने के लिए जो आपको पर स्क्वायर फीट आई वुड से लैंड मिलेगा, बिकॉज आप 100 गज के ऊपर लगभग 268 गज 268 स्क्वायर यार्ड का कंस्ट्रक्शन एज ऑफ टुडे कर सकते हैं बाय गोइंग हायर. सो उसमें जो आपको FAR मिलेगा उसका कॉस्ट अभी बनता है 1450 रुपए पर स्क्वायर फीट. कंस्ट्रक्शन कॉस्ट इज 3000 रुपीज पर स्क्वायर फीट एज ऑफ टुडे. जब इन दोनों चीजों को कंबाइन करते हैं तो आज अगर मैं यहाँ पे बिल्डर बनता हूँ, मेरा लैंडिंग कॉस्ट इस पर्टिकुलर प्रोजेक्ट में फॉर अ प्लॉट वुड बी अराउंड 4500 रुपीज पर स्क्वायर फीट. नाउ if I wait for around 20 odd years, let the area grow, then my FAR at that prevailing time would be around 14,000 rupees per square feet, but the cost of construction would not grow at the same pace. Cost of construction ka growth would be more towards the inflation index. So cost of construction would grow to somewhere around say 7 to 8,000 rupees per square feet, and that is where the actual benefit would be, because the cost of land or the cost of FAR after 20 years would be much higher as compared to the cost of construction. Therefore, anyone who buys this property today and holds it for next 15-20 years would be able to make at least 3 to 4 times more gain, not by selling but constructing and selling 4 or 3 floors or maybe 5 floors, because तब तक आते आते the permissions for constructing the floors would be more as compared to today due to the pressures on the urban infrastructure. So that is where this particular investment becomes more interesting for people who have that kind of a holding capacity. So these are the two iska ye wala mathematics hai with these two investments. And what would be the future growth if I say, or rather reasons for the future growth? Then they're surrounded by the manufacturing hubs of Manesar, Dharuheda, Bawal, and then there is a lot of spillover from Gurgaon now. Infra is getting better with every passing day. There's already road infrastructure and the Delhi Mumbai expressway, industrial corridor, and it's an overall growing economy. And manufacturing is going to be the next growth vehicle in overall in the Indian economy. And there's a lot of manufacturing around it which is poised to grow in next 10, 15, 20 years. So from growth perspective, I would say this is an extremely well positioned location and projects as of today. Why would I say that this is better than Gurgaon projects also today? Because of the compelling value which we are getting at 35 lakh rupees. अगर हम बात करते हैं और 1,000 रुपए के 1,000 स्क्वायर फीट का कार्पेट एरिया अगर क्यूबिक्स में मिल रहा है, that's almost a 3,500 rupees per square feet का construction cost on a carpet area for a non-affordable project. And that is lower than and that includes the EDC, IDC. There is, since the project is ready, so there is no GST charge. Given that the cost of प्रोडक्शन टुडे, अगर आज आप बिल्डर बनेंगे, आप यही प्रोजेक्ट लगभग 5,052 से कम में नहीं डिलीवर कर पाएंगे. एंड दैट इज वेयर इन्वेस्टर्स आर गेटिंग अप्रॉक्सीमेटली अ 30 to 33% डिस्काउंट इन मेकिंग एन इन्वेस्टमेंट इन दिस प्रोजेक्ट. सो द अपॉर्चुनिटी टू गो रॉन्ग इन दिस प्रोजेक्ट इज हार्डली देयर. इसमें कुछ है ही नहीं. और अगर आप आज फर्स्ट मूवर एडवांटेज का फायदा लेते हैं तो शुरू में थोड़ा सा टाइम लगेगा, बट by the time others start moving in, you would have your investments would multiply many times over. And these two, either of the projects, इनमें से कोई भी एक project जो है आपको जो preference के हिसाब से, priorities के हिसाब से पसंद है, either of the project would fetch you far better returns even as compared to Gurgaon projects in I would say next 15 to 20 years of holding period. I am done with this for today.